2026 Acura Integra has landed, and car geeks everywhere are leaning in for a closer look. It's not because Acura reinvented the wheel, dropped a futuristic hybrid system, or reinvented the compact sports car segment overnight. No, what makes this release fascinating is something far more subtle and, in many ways, far more impressive. In a market where car prices seem to balloon out of control every single year, Acura has managed to pull off a refresh that keeps the Integra within reach. The base model still starts under 35 grand, the upgrades are meaningful, and the cult classic aura of the Integra feels very much intact. In a world of automotive inflation, that's practically a revolution. Let's start with the numbers because pricing is always the loudest headline. The base Integra now begins at $34,595. That's just a $400 bump from the 2025 model, an increase so modest you could almost miss it in the fine print. Move up a tier and the A-Spec trim lands at $37,145, up $950. The A-Spec technology sits at $40,395, an increase of $1,200. And then, standing proudly at the top of the food chain, the Integra Type S comes in at $54,595, up $500. In today's automotive market, where a single option package can catapult a car's price upward by 5 figures, these are restrained, almost polite increases. Acura has effectively told its buyers, yes, you're getting more, but no, we're not emptying your wallets to justify it. Of course, a steady price means nothing without real updates, and Acura delivered in the places that matter most to today's drivers. The most obvious upgrade is staring you right in the face when you slide behind the wheel, a brand new 9-inch infotainment screen, now standard across the lineup. Gone is the old 7-inch unit that felt a little dated in a market obsessed with touchscreens. The new display doesn't just look modern, it functions better too, thanks to a faster processor that cuts down on lag and makes every interaction feel smoother. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and even a wireless charging pad are now standard. For a brand that has sometimes been criticized for lagging behind rivals in infotainment, this update is exactly the kind of catch-up Acura needed to prove it belongs in the tech conversation. The upgrades don't stop at the dashboard. Acura has given the A-Spec trim a bolder attitude this year, and it shows the moment you see one on the street. A new aero body kit, complete with gloss black front dive planes and side sill garnishes, gives the car a more aggressive presence without veering into over-the-top tuner territory. A fresh set of black 18-inch wheels ties the look together, while inside, extended ambient lighting adds an upscale feel to the cabin at night. Blue microsuede upholstery accents in orchid or yellow contrast stitching in ebony trims make the car feel customizable, more personal, more alive. Acura isn't just selling a sport compact here, it's selling a vibe, an atmosphere that speaks directly to enthusiasts who want personality in their daily driver. Color is another arena where Acura leaned into variety this year. 3 new exterior paints join the palette: Double Apex Blue Pearl, Solar Silver Metallic, and Urban Gray Pearl. Each offers a different statement, from bold and electric to cool and understated. Certain trims even get color-matched grills for a coordinated modern aesthetic. These might sound like small changes on paper, but for car enthusiasts, paint and body details are part of the emotional equation. You don't just buy a car like the Integra to commute. You buy it because you want to glance back at it in a parking lot and feel a spark of pride. Acura clearly understands that. Now, for all the excitement, here's what hasn't changed: the heart of the Integra. Under the hood, the powertrains remain the same, and that's actually a smart move. The base trims still use the 1.5-liter turbocharged inline-4, pushing out 200 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque. Buyers can opt for a CVT, or, if they select the A-Spec technology trim, a 6-speed manual. It's a nod to purists, a reminder that Acura is still willing to cater to those who refuse to let the manual transmission die. And for those who want something fiercer, the Integra Type S remains untouched in all the right ways. It still wields the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, producing 320 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, paired exclusively with a 6-speed manual transmission. No gimmicks, no hybrids, no dual-clutch trickery, just raw, driver-focused fun. Acura knows its its audience, and it knows not to mess with a formula that works. The internet, of course, has weighed in. On Reddit threads and car forums, fans are divided in familiar ways. Some complain that the Type S's $55,000 sticker is eye-watering. Others lament the days when a Civic Type R could be had for $34,000 back in 2017. Inflation and the ever-rising cost of cars are the sore points of every discussion. And yet, even the critics admit that the Integra's increases are minor compared to most of the market. In a world where compact performance cars are disappearing or ballooning into luxury price brackets, the Integra's staying power feels refreshing. It's not cheap, but it's not outrageous either. It's competitive, especially given its blend of style, performance, and heritage. So what does this all mean for buyers in 2026? It means that if you're hunting for a compact sports car that balances practicality with personality, the Integra is hard to ignore. The entry-level buyer now gets far more technology for just a few $100s more than last year. The A-Spec trim looks sharper, feels more premium, and offers customization that makes it stand out. And for the die-hard enthusiasts, the Type S remains a pure driving machine that's as close as you can get to a Civic Type R in an Acura suit. No matter which trim you choose, you're getting value that's rare in today's market. It also means something for resale value. Cars like the Integra, with their loyal following and limited number of true rivals, tend to hold their value well. Add in the updates to tech and design, and this 2026 refresh could very well make these models even more desirable on the used market down the line. For anyone thinking long-term, that's an appealing prospect. The Integra, in short, is doing what the Integra has always done best, offering an entry point into the world of performance driving without demanding you sell your soul or your savings. It's stylish enough for a night out, practical enough for the daily grind, and thrilling enough to make you take the long way home. That's why the 2026 model isn't just another refresh, it's proof that Acura understands the balancing act between heritage, modernity, and value. If you're as excited as we are about this car and want more deep dives into the Gearhead machines that actually matter, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment below with your dream Integra spec, and subscribe for more. The Integra is back, and it's reminding us why sometimes consistency is the biggest flex of all.